Few are losing connections and rejoining, sir.
Yeah, that's good. Members who wants to, someone who's losing the connection, ask them to rejoin. Not an issue. They can rejoin.
Can you be a little louder?
Yeah, sure. Hope it's clear now.
Yes, sir. Yes, Sai Lakshmi, do you have to say something? Sai Lakshmi, can you all hear me?
Shekar, you can also speak.
Yes, sir. Surya, Shamili, Aditya. Good morning.
Morning, sir.
Good
How are
morning,
you?
sir.
How are things going at your end? Good?
Good, sir. What about you?
Yeah, good. Going good. Thank you. Akshaya Sri.
Yes, sir.
Good morning. How are you? It's 11 o'clock, sir.
Yeah, we'll start in another 2 minutes. 2 more minutes.
Okay.
Someone is joining a little late or network connections, because in a virtual meeting that happens, the last minute system won't work. Everything is ready and the last minute internet issues. It happens, all the gadgets, the technology is like that. So we have to give 2 more minutes. If somebody trying at the last minute should get benefit.
Ezekiel, Hariharan, Harshita, good morning.
People who don't want to speak to us, please keep mics in mute mode so that others are not disturbed.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. We are able to hear. Hello, good morning.
Sajid sir, I'm principal from DOBS.
Yes, madam. Yes, madam.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Good morning to you.
So at what time we are starting?
Another 2 minutes, madam.
Okay. Okay, sir. Please carry on.
Jemi, Jeswatani Anand, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
How are you?
Good morning. You're fine, sir. How are you, sir?
I'm good. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I think Chandra will begin.
Okay. All right, we'll begin. Respected Mr. Sajid, Director, Professor and Mentor of Guruji, Mr. Rakesh Menon, Co-founder and CEO, Mantle Training and Consulting, Lakshmi Ma'am, Faculty Guruji, parents, teachers, students, and all others who are attending this meeting, good morning to you all.
Good morning.
Let us begin with a prayer. Om Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidya Arambam Karishyami Siddhir Bauddhame Sada. The meaning of this prayer is salutations to Devi Saraswati, who is the giver of boons and fulfiller of wishes. O Devi, when I begin my studies, please bestow on me the capacity of right understanding always. Right understanding, how important it is, right? Since the inception of Guruji in the year 2012 with 30 students, Today, Guruji has reached a student base of more than 1,000 as the mentor and an ideal guru, preparing them for excellence in the very prestigious national level competitive exams like IIT JEE, NEET, KVPY, NTSC, Olympiads, ICAR, etc. Plato, the famous Greek philosopher, said, "The beginning is the most important part of the work." So today, we have gathered for the beginning of Guruji's integrated program in Dobbs School. I'm sure the parents and students are excited to see Guruji and know more about Guruji. Believe me, we are equally excited to meet you all today. I now extend a warm welcome to Mr. Sajid, Mr. Rakesh Menon, Mrs. Lakshmi, parents, teachers, students, principal, and all. Welcome to this event. Mr. Sajid Surendran, MBA from IIT Delhi and Project Management from Project Management from IIT Roorkee, is the director, professor, and mentor of Guruji. He has more than a decade of experience in handling students for IIT JEE, NEET, NTSC, and other competitive exams. He has worked pan-India and guided students. Mr. Sajid has experience in handling social networking and leadership seminars at India Habitat Center, New Delhi, in solid waste management, Leadership Summit at CII, HR at IT Park Trivandrum, Connectivity at Cisco Chennai, Jumpstart at Microsoft Chennai. He has visited 200 plus engineering colleges in India for student mentoring. Many of his students are entrepreneurs and technocrats and heads of companies as CEO and director. I now call upon Mr. Sajid, Director, Professor, and Mentor of Guruji, to deliver the presidential address. Sajid.
Hello. Good morning. All right. So, good morning, Mr. Rakesh, my friend, and respected management of Dobbs, principal, teachers, parents, and students. I'm happy to be here today. And I'm sure our association, Guruji's association with Dobbs, is going to take all the aspirants of IIT JEE, NEET, NTSC to the great achievement in the years to come. And our expertise in this field for the past 10 years have given a lot of students to IITs, IASER, and of course, the other leading medical colleges of the country. Our students are doing their final years, and few students have completed and working in best of the companies as CEOs, and few are there as founders of the company, founders of different companies. So we are there in the past 10 years mentoring students in Coimbatore, and we have associated right from the beginning with many schools in Coimbatore, and we were the pillars for developing a strong competitive academic curriculum in those schools. And today we are with Dobbs, that we are initiating our classes from tomorrow onwards. I'm sure this initiation will definitely be a great, will definitely do a great contribution to students who actually aspire for IIT JEE or NEET. I'm very sure about it, and our teachers are very passionate about it. The way they have to, they need to train the students of Dobbs. We had a lengthy discussion in the last 1 month since the day we have signed the agreement with the school, and we have come out with understanding it's a budding school. It is just a beginning of 11th standard. So we definitely have to put a lot of efforts for the students of these schools, and the way we are going to take forward them to the next level. We had a lot of brainstorms, and I'm sure that our teachers will definitely taking them to the next level. So this kind of initiation, like when I was discussing this with one of my mentor, and I would call is one of my close friend too. His name is, I don't want to tell you now, I'll just show you a small write-up, and then he has contributed a few things to Dobbs School, so which I wanted to play. Just let me share a small screen, okay? Hope you are all able to see this. Lakshmi, can you see this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So Chandrasekhar and me, yes. I have a person here. His name is Dr. T.M. Alagiri Swami Raju. I'm sure many of you would have heard about him, and he's one of my good friends as well as a mentor. Like I used to talk to him, talk to sir for many academic events, and our relationship is almost 10 years. So when I was discussing about our relationship with DOPS, he said he has something to say to the DOPS management and students. So I just told him, sir, if physically you cannot present, like he's into some projects. After retirement, he's still doing some projects of government. So he said like he will send a small speech to me through an audio clip, which I'm going to play here. Hope it will benefit to all of you.
Dear student friends, I'm very happy.
One second, is it audible? Hello,
Yes,
is it
sir.
audible?
Yes, yes, yes. It is audible.
Yes, sir, audible.
To be part of this excellent forum. As a matter of fact, I feel this is an opportunity for me to share some of my views on science education. As you are all aware, we are living in the age of technological revolution, engineering marvels, but understand it forms the basis for everything, the science. Technology is the revelations of science. Hence, technology is knowledge. Knowledge is important, but more important is the imagination, the wisdom, the science. This is what the great scientist, the Nobel laureate Albert Einstein emphasized. Technology is like words, which are important for communication, but more important are the alphabets, the science. From time immemorial, the nature, by all means, has fascinated the human brain, though this alone has sowed the seeds for the overall development. What we see today, it was only a small progress all around as compared to the changes of generation in olden days. This is mainly attributed by the lack of science literacy. There is a gap between what is achievable and what has been achieved. It is clear that the task ahead of us is gigantic in the Indian context, though the position leaves much to be desired when compared with the advances made by the developed countries. The problem is clear and nothing but there is a reduced input of students to science curriculum, resulted in the lack of scientific manpower to administer scientific enterprises in the country. We are highly dependent upon import and foreign know-how for maintaining our present level of progress, not to speak for the future requirements. Indeed, we appear to have lost an entire generation of scientists as students over the last several years have moved away from the fundamental science. Let us hope the situation would not continue any further. The progress, the future of the country lies only in the development of science curriculum, the science literacy. So science is the future and the future is all on science. Science career is an ever expanding field with a network of possibilities for future growth and development. Engaging in science curriculum, one could align himself with a career filled with opportunities and discoveries. Scientific learning will enable you to think critically, analyze, assess a problem or situation. The science is an independent thinking, encouraging our curiosity in finding out why things happen in the way we do. The government is paying special attention in creating an atmosphere in our academic and research institutions which will attract and even more importantly retain and nourish young talented minds and scientists. So there is a lot of scope and openings in the field of science. There are a lot of fields in science to choose from. So the importance of science has a great respect amongst the educational leaders regardless of the field they belong to. As per the recent trend, most students choose science as a career due to a large number of opportunities in the field and in terms of challenges ahead. Mankind is making a huge impact on environment and planet resources. So we need to find some solutions for everything humans do, from food production and energy to waste disposal and clean water supply. There are many crucial roles that science can prepare you for. So it is the responsibilities of the school to instill the basic interest towards science. A look at the majority of the schools all over the country today conveys a dismal scenario. It is in this connection, it deserves mention here of the remarkable exercise being carried out by Sajid of Guruji and the management of DOP schools. This would definitely pay for an impetus catering to the current needs of the budding mind. I wish them all success in their endeavors. Today is a new day and the world has changed from yesterday, even unnoticeably. New systems, technologies, philosophies, and ideas are born from only science. They demand our attention and skills. If you are only as good as yesterday, you are handicapped one way or other. Utilizing this fine opportunity and platform, please develop creative ability, cultivate the spirit of inquiry, the attitude of scientific temper in you. Try to select a career to match your interest. Science is always near and dear to you. Future is yours. I wish you all a great future ahead. Thank you. Developing new methods and communication, helping people to live more sustainably, designing environmental friendly energy sources, protecting the environment and its biodiversity, finding new medicines and vaccines for treating killer diseases. Thus, the scientific progress is crucial to our future. A degree in science, let it be chemistry, physics, biology, they will open up a variety of job options for you. For example, whatever subject you have studied, you have a chance to become a research scientist in your specialized field. Finally, I end here with a saying of the great Saint Swami Vivekananda. We take up something, we know it is finite, but as soon as we begin to analyze, it leads us beyond our reasons and we never find an end to all its qualities, its possibilities, its power, its relations. It has become infinite. Similarly, there is a lot of scope to explore and there is no end in science because it is called science. Science is an elixir of life. Dear student friends.
So that's all from sir, and hope all of you are able to hear it. And thank you very much for listening this wonderful speech. And thank you to sir that when I said like our relationship, he said he'll come out with a few words and he wants to communicate to the school management and teachers. And he was sharing it with me yesterday. And irrespective of all his busy schedule, I say a special thanks to sir from all team members of Guruji. Thank you very much, sir. Now over to Chandrasekhar. And,
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we'll go with Chandrasekhar and as per his guidance, we'll continue the meeting. Yes, please.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Sajid, sir. That was a great speech by Dr. Alagiri. Thank you for telling us about the different importance of science and science education in India and in the various opportunities that exist. A few pointers from Dr. Alagiri's speech I could take that knowledge is important. More important is imagination. So we have to keep on improving our creative skills and imaginative skills. We have to visualize the concepts that we learn as we learn. Okay. So we need to overtake the developed countries. Why are we still not developed? Why are we still a developing country? So what are the troubles? What are the hindrances? We should realize all this and we should overtake the developed countries. Science is the future. There are a lot of opportunities in science. You have a chance to become a research scientist. So make the best use of opportunities of science and become a research scientist and come up with your own inventions and let us sell all our products to other developed countries. Let us not import much of items from other countries, especially the know-how. He was telling about technology. The sir was telling about technology, how we still are dependent on certain countries for the latest technologies. So instead, we have brains. Yeah, let us use those brains and come up with our own technology. Okay. Now, I'm very happy to talk to you about today's chief guest, Mr. Rakesh Menon, who's a consultant trainer, entertainer, a mechanical engineer with an MBA in marketing and master's in psychology. Rakesh's work experience is spread out in areas such as engineering, marketing, management, and training. He is also part of few professional bodies which are as below. Chapter Director of FAB, Friends and Business Forum, Coimbatore chapter, member of YES, Young Entrepreneur School, Coimbatore chapter, member of EPC, Export Promotion Center, Coimbatore chapter, an active Toastmaster and achieved the DTM, Distinguished Toastmaster status, and currently serving as a TLI, Toastmaster Leadership Institute co-chair at Toastmasters District 120. He was the area director in the year 2019-2020. He is the co-founder and CEO of Mantle Training and Consulting, a company that focuses on imparting skills for students, professionals, entrepreneurs, etc. in areas of soft skills training, sales training, professional skill development, employability skill development, and consulting services for companies and startups. He is a receiver of Good Samaritan Award in December 2020 from First Heart Foundation. He is passionate about performing arts, done some works in small and big screens, and been a part of few movies in Tamil and Malayalam. A sports enthusiast and plays cricket and badminton actively. He loves cycling and swimming. Mr. Rakesh Menon, we are privileged to have you with us today. May I now call upon Mr. Rakesh Menon to address us, please. Sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chandrasekhar. Had I known you would read my profile word by word, I would have given a shorter one. Anyway, thank you so much. Dear parents, students, team from Guruji, from Dope School, and all audience, it gives me great pleasure to come on air like this and address all of you. Thanks to my good friend Sajid that I'm here today. Sajid and me, we've been traveling for about 10 years now. It's been a great association. There are a lot of times when I have called Sajid to ask some suggestions, advice, when I have got something new in my mind, and vice versa also. So it's always great to associate with anything that comes up from Guruji. So I have been given with two tasks here. One is, the first topic is to address on how to overcome a lack of academic confidence, obviously among students. There is something which I just want to share from my own example. See, I have two kids who are going to school. And presently, last 1 year, we have been witnessing a totally new scenario, something that we have never ever seen in our entire life, even when we were students. But how are we coping up with this online classes and everything? My wife, who's a teacher, always used to be quite bothered because my kids study in the same school. I'm really bothered about my kids' performance. I used to tell her, no, this year it's different for everybody. These online classes, not everybody are comfortable. So just leave her in her pace. Ensure that she is growing as an intellectual kid, not somebody who just mucks up everything, and get good marks, but not very good intellectually. Because if you just think for a moment, this is not something which I discovered when I was talking to one of my good friends. I told him about the scenario, what my kids are going through at home and what my wife's concerns are. He told me, sir, why do you torture the kids so much? Because if you ask Google, it tells everything. If you ask Alexa, it talks, it responds everything so appropriately. I was surprised when my 2.5-year-old child, when she started speaking, hearing my elder daughter who's in 5th standard now, she always asks anything to Alexa, Alexa responds. But my younger one tries it, she fails. After continuous effort for about 2-3 months, one day, Alexa responded to her question. Like in our home, it was a wow moment because a kid who is around 2 years, 7 months, 8 months is communicating and getting the right response from Alexa. So why should we bother the kids to force them to study these academics and by heart and just score marks? Let us guide them to be intellectual kids. So I'm going to touch upon few things which for parents, it could be useful. These are all things that I gathered from my friend circle, challenges when we speak to my friends. So they come out with some strategies which they tried at their home, which has worked. The first thing is, we should never hesitate to tell our kids about the reality, what we faced when we were kids. Because imagine if you tell a kid that when we were young, we never had this mobile or internet or any of the gadgets that we have, it would be very difficult for them to even accept it. Let them know the reality because they just cannot be away from this. More than it being a boon, it is a nuisance actually, because a lot of time wasters also come along with that. So we should be really making them understand how we struggled, because they're lucky. We should make them understand, and they should be able to capitalize the facilities that they have at this moment. If you see, for example, a company like Byju's, one of the biggest success story in the last few years that we have seen, they have acquired such an established company called like Akash. If you see, it is not in terms of years that you can create a success story. It is a lot of various other factors are also there. Guruji in the last 10 years, what are the kind of success story that they have created? I have been witnessing it in front of my own eyes. They have been so committed to their mission. That is the results that we have been seeing. So we should be able to let the kids understand the reality so that they are able to take everything in a positive manner and make best use of the facilities that is available for them. Second is, we should always encourage them to continue the little efforts that they have been doing, because cumulative efforts over a consistent period will definitely give a lot of results. Why I'm telling this? The kids have got enormous amount of time wasters. They're not simply able to focus. Why kids? Even I'm like that. I get into the internet specifically to look at something, some information. I look at some news, I click on that. I just get distracted and keep going 2-3 tabs. After 5 minutes, I don't remember why I came there. If adults like us are having this kind of a distraction, imagine how much kids will have. So let them know the importance of this cumulative efforts on a focused manner. Definitely it will give them bigger results. The third is peer learning. When I was a student, be it in school or college, there was something called combined studies. I really don't know if that is happening these days. This has given me personally enormous amount of results, because if you tie up with a buddy who is also focused like you, but not able to somehow do it alone, my friends, it will definitely give a lot of results. But ensure they are pairing up with the right people, because they can try to avoid distractions. They can have clear timelines and try to work on their goals. It will definitely give good results. Let them not be alone focusing on their goals. Third is helping them to focus outside their comfort zone, because all of us are having the entire luxury in this world. We are comfortable doing what we like. We don't want to struggle or stretch ourselves. Make them understand what really happens outside the comfort zone, because only if they stretch and go outside that comfort zone, they can get the results that they wanted. The next is helping them to stay focused with a consistent effort. The forum that I'm a part of, called YES, Young Entrepreneur School, we have a philosophy in YES. Focus is the key. Inch wide, mile deep, which means inch wide, mile deep means you need to focus on something vertically, not horizontally. Having a wide focus, you should focus on something so that your entire focus is on that and your efforts are consistent. For students at the moment, academics is the priority. Let them also have their hobbies, passion going, but unless or until they are focused with a consistent mind, definitely they will not be able to achieve their goals. So help them realize all these things, and so that they can achieve that. I'll just like to summarize whatever I told. Be open to them. Let them know the reality, how we struggled. We don't have to hide it from them, so that they know what is the blessing that they have at this moment and focus on what is important for them. Second is the cumulative little efforts, how it can give bigger results. Help them to understand that and focus on that. Third is the peer learning, how they can pair up with maybe one person or more than one person to stay focused on what they want to achieve in life and crack that. Fourth is making them understand that success happens outside the comfort zone. Definitely they can have all kind of relaxation, but if they are not able to stretch themselves beyond their comfort zone, they are going to struggle. Make them understand that. The last one is staying focused with a consistent approach. The second thing that I have to talk here is how to build self-confidence and self-esteem among students. We as parents, for us, our students are definitely the best. We sometimes fail to understand some kind of a shortcoming in them. How important it is to help them understand their own ground reality is very important, because the students are quite confident when they always receive positive affirmation. When I was a student, I think my parents are also here, they're logged in, but this is something which they also know. Some kind of a comparison used to happen, just not among my parents, everybody, they compare with my neighbors or my cousins. They are scoring good marks, they are having this kind of a results. Why aren't you getting marks like these? We cannot avoid this comparison. Try to understand their strength, make them realize their strength and how they can build on their strength. Let us not focus on the weaknesses. Let us try to focus on their strength and understand how we can develop that. Second is, though we have a lot of facilities around us, they somehow lose focus. They are not able to really understand the challenges ahead in their mind. So we have to bring them good examples, some practical examples from which they can take a lot of inspiration. We always talk about APJ Abdul Kalam. We talk about Sachin Tendulkar, who was a young player. He had a lot of challenges when he was 16, and how he created such a great aura around him. These kind of examples, they themselves can figure out. Try to bring to their notice some kind of a different example. I would like to talk about few people here. The first one is Mr. Shrikant Bolla. I happened to meet this gentleman when I was there at one program which was led by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. It was called Lead 2020, Lead India 2020. I was a volunteer at this program. At this program, there was one person. He was a keynote speaker. His name is Shrikant Bolla. He was just sitting there on the dais. When I was observing him, I found there is something peculiar about this person. After a while, I realized, the way he was looking, he was blind. He was not able to, he does not have vision at all. But when he started speaking, people just walked him through to the dais. When he started speaking, I was really moved by the way he spoke. At around 25 years at that time, he had created a company and he has been employing 500 plus employees. How did he do that? When he applied for his master's, the university rejected because he was blind. How he fought legally and he got the admission and he did this master's degree, and how he had though he was blind, he had a fantastic vision. With that vision, how he created this company and got it established so much. This person, go to Google and look out for Shrikant Bolla. You will be amazed to see the kind of success story that he has created. The second person is a person called Mohammad Katani. He is a Toastmaster. He was a world champion of public speaking in the year 2015. I've been active in Toastmasters from the year 2013. So district conferences are something which I always look up at for a lot of wonderful events. So in this, a contest happens rather, called International Speech Contest. The winner of this contest goes to the international stage. Mohammad Katani, he used to stammer so much. And for one conference in 2016, we had this Katani as a keynote speaker. He came all the way from Saudi. Even when he speaks one-to-one, he has a slight stammering. But when he gets onto the stage, the kind of session that he delivers is something that is mind-blowing. But he had a clear vision. I want to be the world champion of public speaking, period. And he worked for it tirelessly. How he achieved there, that's a fantastic success story. You might have a lot of shortcomings, but how are you overcoming those? That really defines who you are. The third is this person, everybody knows, Stephen Hawking. I want each parent to get your kid, watch that movie about Stephen Hawking, which won a lot of awards also. The kind of success story. Yeah, I think somebody has unmuted. They can mute. the kind of inspiration that we can take from Stephen Hawking, a person who cannot move without any physical any support, is something mind-blowing. The theories that he has brought to the world is something which will stay on forever. There is a lot of inspiration that we can take from him. Kindly bring these kind of success stories to your kids and not the filmy heroes that they get carried away with. Next is, can you be their mentor and role model? Unfortunately, the kids are not having the right people as role models. How can we be their role models and mentors? Can we show them the right way, the right direction, through the right approach? We can definitely do that. Last 1 year, 1.5 years, we have seen a lot of businesses crumbling in front of our eyes. Empires that was created crumbling. But during the same period, there are a lot of companies that have thrived, that has created a fantastic identity for themselves. I want to talk to you about 2 individuals. One is Saheli Chatterjee. This girl, she's hardly 20. Through Instagram, she's able to earn 1 lakh a month. I don't know much about this person. I have just read few things. I think you should be doing the research and try to understand better. She created some unique services that can be delivered online and created this fantastic business model. The second person is Saloni Srivatsava. She has also created a fantastic business model in Instagram and making lakhs per month. Our kids definitely have all kinds of skills, but can we facilitate them to grow in the right direction? Can we give them the right thought process? This, as parents, we can definitely do. I would just like to summarize whatever I said in this particular thing. They have a lot of distractions. So try to always give them positive affirmations so that they are focused on what they want to do. They are encouraged. They are really motivated to keep focused on their goals. The next thing is, how can we bring in some good examples and help them to understand, with persistence and continued effort, they can definitely be different, be unique in this world. Third is, can we as parents be a role model and mentor? Definitely we can with the right approach. I think I have pretty much covered whatever tasks has been given to me. Thank you so much for the wonderful opportunity. Back to the MC.
Thank you, Rakesh Menon, sir, for enlightening us with your speech. I'm sure we'll incorporate in our lives what you told us. Your points about the famous personalities was really interesting, and how to overcome a lack of academic confidence. Why should we make the students mug up? Very true. We should really, we should never hesitate to tell the kids the reality when we were young. I still remember the days during my engineering days when we used to stand in a queue to make a phone call to our home. So there were no mobile phones at that time, but children and students at this age have smartphones where they can search whatever they want and learn things from that. Internet is a great distraction, sir, as you right pointed out, and it is also very advantageous. So let us make the best use of internet and learn and use it for our learning abilities. Peer learning, that's a very interesting point sir spoke, Rakesh sir. Peer learning is very important. Like how you said, group discussions and group studies are very important. And we should also be with a lot of persistence and continued effort. So persistence and continued effort will give us a lot of success. So thank you very much, Rakesh Menon, sir. And now's the time to bid goodbye. He's a very busy man. He has a lot of appointments and a lot of business meetings to attend. So now is the time to say goodbye and thank you to Rakesh Menon, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
You're most welcome. I choose to stay here for some more time because me as a parent, I know whatever you're going to touch upon will be of some use to me also. So I'll stay on for some more time.
All right, sir. All right. All right.
Thank you very much. We never expected that you'll stay back. Thank you very much. So hope this session is going to be interesting to you as a parent. And you want to know that as a parent, what is going to happen. We are really happy. Chandrasekhar, now let's go on.
All right. Choosing the right stream after grade 10 is very important. Self-assessment is essential. what is our strengths, what is our capabilities. So we should know that first before deciding the stream that we take. You must be eager to know about the different study options available after 10th standard. I now request Sajid sir to talk about the different options of study after 10th standard. Sajid sir?
Yes, yes, I'm available. And I hope this screen is visible to all of you, right? Is this visible? Screen is visible? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes,
It's
yes.
visible.
Yes, yes.
So now we have come to our major discussions part. That okay, now last 30 minutes we were into understanding the studenting or parenting or all those aspects like or how to develop a student and so many things like we discussed. Now let's understand like students. I'm sure there are students who wants to take up science as a career, commerce as a career, or someone who wants to be in engineering, medicines, and various other courses. So we're going to discuss here everything, all those courses, how it's go on. And in case any doubts are there, parents or teachers, they can note it down during my discussion, all their doubts, which will be addressed end of the session. Okay. So I'll take you through a small history of the education segment, like how science and how commerce is going to make a career. Okay. Let's understand few things here. So we know that like, someone says ideas that you want to be a engineer, or there are medicine career in medicine, and there are career in agriculture and architecture and so many things. So these are going to be like 11th standard students will be looking at eagerly whether they should take science or commerce. So what will happen taking science and what will happen taking commerce, which we will discuss here. So if you look at it, science, what happens in general, we call it in science, the peak degrees are either engineering or a scientist, which you take a MS degree, Master of Science, and you become a scientist, and you work in a research area. The other areas that you look into medicine field. Okay, you become a doctor, or you become a physiotherapist, or you become a veterinary doctor, or so and so professions. So if you look at it, like how science, there are like here, if you look at medical sciences, we have BAMS, BHMS, BUMS, all these courses, you know that BVSC. So which like after 12th standard, it is not easy to get into these courses, which I will discuss with you, because it is not that, hearing these courses are very easy. Like if someone who wants to be a BVSC, someone who wanted to be get into MBBS, or someone who want to be an engineer from IITs or NITs, that jobs are not very tough as we hear, because it's required a planned study. It requires a lot of what you call interest towards the subject. It needs a group study. It needs a lot of practical knowledge to become a great engineer from IITs or NITs, or a doctor from national reputed medical colleges. Okay, so let's see how we look at it. The universities generally offer here medicines are AIIMS and CMC Vellore and Lovely Professional University Punjab, JIPMER Pondicherry, MMC Chennai, and district and state medical colleges. So if you look at it, we know that NEET is mandatory, because the last 2 years NEET is in the way like it is mandatory to all these courses, whether it is in India or abroad. Now, last year, the central government also announced that students going to study for China or any other foreign countries like Georgia or America or Britain, wherever you are going, you need to be clearing NEET from India. So NEET has made it as mandatory for all the courses in UG as well as PG. That someone who wants to be after MBBS, still they wanted to pursue their higher degrees as for PG, they need to go for MDs or MS studies. They need to write NEET again, and they need to qualify NEET, and then only they'll be awarded for PGs. So let's see. When any students here is thinking about research, let's see. If there are students like, okay, other than engineering and medicine, or other than like any other like arts and science or commerce, is there any other option? There is another option which is called research. Many will be interested to understand what is this research. And researchers, like, of course, the end result of a researcher is a scientist. Like as my friend, my mentor, Dr. Alagiri Swami said, like there is an enormous scopes for researchers, because our country still now we know that how these vaccines are developed a daily basis, how we are going through developing or purchasing vaccines from different countries, and what researchers are required towards it. and how we are working towards it on daily basis. You all are going through the newses and medias and etc. or people are with informations. So here look at it, there are three major institutions who offers researchers to our students, to people of our country are IISc, IIScr and NISER. IISc is nothing but Indian Institute of Science, which is in Bangalore, and I would say IISc is launched in the year of 1960s, 1950 to 1960s, and IIScr and NISER in the last 15 years delivering researchers and supporting students with various researches. IIScr is Indian Institute of Science, Education and Research, and NISER is National Institute of Science, Education and Research. So these three institutions are giving, majorly these three institutions are giving research. Any student of 11th standard, 12th standard, or a student of starting from 6th standard, 5th standard, 4th standard, thinking to become a scientist, please remember about these three institutions. All of you getting me? So remember these institutions, and the importance of doing researches from these institutions is also going to be listed here. Why these institutions? Now, getting to this institution is not going to be an easy task. We need a lot of brainstorming, we need a lot of subject knowledge, and we need to study various topics continuously, right? So let's see. As I told you, IISc, a small picture of IISc is here, and I said like many people like who born out from IISc, you can think of searching after some time. And if you look at it, this is one of the founding member of IISc is Dr. C.V. Raman. Okay, so here you know that like how this when I said Dr. C.V. Raman itself, you would have understood how he would have framed this and under what leadership he would have framed this, such a famous and fantastic scientist of our country who took our country's name to the world. So what would have been his mind when he was placing and this institution for the purpose of our members, for the purpose of our students in the country? Let's see the offers, the kind of programs which offers by IISc. It's a 4-year undergraduate research program in science. All right. Now I said this is not easy to get into IISc because on an average approximately 400 students out of 4 lakhs is being selected from our country, right? So which is about approximately, what is the percentage you can think of? Now here comes IIT JEE, KVPY and NEET. So if you look at it, when I listed here IIT JEE, KVPY and NEET, and I also listed the average mark which is required from your 12th standard, how much you have to score in your 12th standard board examination, whether it is state board or CBSE or any other stream, you need to be at least 60%, and which category wise I have given here. Now, when I say IIT JEE, as IIT JEE, we all know that approximately 14 to 15 lakh students will write every year, and NEET is also that much number of students apply, and KVPY approximately 3 to 4 lakh students will write every year. So from these 3 examinations, with having a 60% board examination is only going to get selected to IISc. Now we know that why they need students who are actually capable of the best researchers finding out the medicines, finding out the various activities or various needs of our countries in a short span of time, the best brains, how they need to be positioned for the development of the country or for any emergency purpose or any development purpose of our country. So they need students from IIT JEE, they need from KVPY, they need from NEET. So when I say IIT JEE, you should be in the top 2000 position of our country. You need to be a rank holder within the top 2000. In KVPY, of course, you need to be like out of 180 or out of 180, you need to be scoring minimum 167 marks for getting into this. Or if you look at it, NEET, out of 720, you take all India ranking approximately under 1000. So I said hearing the names of IISc is very easy, and understanding the quality of IISc is easy, because let me tell you, my dears, IISc is one institution which ranked in the world. Remember, in the world for research, it is the #1 university for research in the world. We know that plenty of universities are there in the world, but our IISc, India should be very proud of it. The IISc is ranked for the researchers, for the research work It is ranked as world's number one university. Please understand. So this, because of this, like they need, of course, so in that case, their students and their academic delivery, the people who deliver the content as for the teachers, you can understand the kind of knowledge you will get it from the university, you can understand. So most of the placement in IISc, after IISc, it has been placed in NASA and ISRO. Most of the researchers are placed, 90% of the researchers are placed in the services of NASA or ISRO, or in the other laboratories purpose, the chemical laboratories, petroleum laboratories, or such oil corporations and other medicinal purposes. These scientists are being placed and they are working for so many years. So 90% are placed in government sectors and 10% comes out and do their own. All right. So we have students, I have students studying in IISc through Guruji. I have my colleagues who are working in IISc. We have huge connections with IISc campus. Any students who are studying in Guruji who wants to visit IISc campus can contact me. I have people who can welcome you there after lockdown, and you can visit, because it's not easy to get into the campus. You can go there and visit the campus, which is about more than 2,400 acres of land. All right. So if you wanted to visit anyone, you can always contact me. So let's look into the next one. So degrees, I said it is BS, 4 years degree, Bachelor of Science. It's a 4 years degree. Let's see about IISER here. I said about IISc. Now we are moving on to the IISER. So I said, remember all these institutions which I'm going to talk about, that you need either a quality or you should have passed from IIT JEE or NEET. All right. There are no special exams for this. Of course, for IISER, there is a special entrance which will be equivalent to JEE level. For IISER, there is a special entrance which will be equivalent to IIT JEE. So let's see that there are 7 IISER I have listed here. Let's see about the degrees. Again, it is MS degree, and they are famous for giving degree in astrophysics. Have you all heard about astrophysics? Of course, you would have heard about. So IISER is the main purpose, the entry or the level of researchers which given to the student in the field of astrophysics. Most of the students are placed, either they choose to be a scientist professor in IITs and IIMs, or they choose to be they work in government's various projects as directors after the degree, or they do the researches and further studies with ISRO and NASA as working junior scientists with a stipend of roughly 50 to 1 lakh rupees for a month. Okay, that is the opportunity. But yes, I said IIT JEE, IISER is the entrance for entering into these institutions. So the level which we need to work out, we need to study, and we need to study physics, chemistry, mathematics. We need to study physics, chemistry, mathematics conceptually, and we need to understand how to use physics, how to use chemistry, how to use biology, how to use mathematics. We need to understand, and you need to take up the examination, the entrance examination separately. Let's move on to the programs which I said, like biological science, chemical science, earth and climate science, economic, engineering, geological, mathematical sciences, and physical sciences. I said astrophysics is one of the major courses which is offered here for the deserving students, and other than that, so many courses are listed here. Hope you are going through with this. Now let's see the entrance. I already told biology, chemistry, and physics, mathematics. These 4 areas we need to be very good at. How to study on these areas, which is very important, right? So studying physics conceptually. See, studying physics conceptually, what is mean by studying physics conceptually? Let us understand, do we have physics in football? Do we have physics in fan? Do we have physics in motorbike? Do we have physics in car? Do we have physics in circus? Do we have? Yes, we have physics in circus. So without physics, circus cannot run. Please understand. So that's the concept. That's the way physics is involved in our daily life, and how we need to understand that. Do we have center of mass in circus? Do we have inertia in circus? Do we have gravity in circus? Do we have gravitation in circus? Do we have motion in circus? Yes, do we have? Yes, we have. So let's understand. It goes like this, because See, it's generally we need to understand when we are taking physics or when we are studying chemistry, it is not just a subject, it is our life. It is our life. It is the way we need to understand physics, chemistry, mathematics for our life. And after the examination, after number of examination you attempt after studying all these subjects, the number of exams you attempt, you need to be developing the subject in your own. You need to be developing the subject by your own. That's the way to study. That's the way to understand the concepts. See, now we know that when we switch on a fan, the fan just start moving or the fan start rotating. But what kind of a physics is involved when you switch on a fan? Okay, how it runs, that is only an IIT JEE trainer can tell you. I'm sure not everybody would have been experienced in that, because I can only tell that when you start a bike, what are the physics principles starts working in the bike by the time you start moving it. It can be told by only an IIT JEE trainer. I'm very sure about it. So let's look at it the way it has to be learned, how it has to be studied. Okay. So I said the next institution, I said NISER, I said IASC, I said IASCR, and I'm talking about NISER. So this is funded by central government, and we operate from Bombay, IIT Bombay, and then this is operated from Bhubaneswar. Okay. So we have 2 locations this is running, and they need approximately 211 students every year, not more than that. India's got millions of students, but they don't want everybody. They want only students of who can be part of problem solving, who can be part of thinking differently, right? We are something like that. We see a problem, we go and look into the problem, and we become another problem. So it should not be like that. It has to be like that, that we have to look into the problem as a person, as a student, to solve in the given time. So we'll be looking at, so this institution is only for those students. Yes, of course, Guruji, while teaching in the school, will be definitely delivering all these institutions importance and how to get into these institutions, what they need to study during our course of delivery. We'll be informing the number of questions asked in this examination, how these questions are asked, and what they need to study. Okay. So let's move on to the PCM area. Now we know that engineering, technology, pharmacy, architecture, law, management, fashion, so many things like, okay. Let's see, here it comes the importance of IITs, NITs, BITS Pilani, and IISc. See, talking about IITs, NITs, BITS Pilani and all, one small session will not be sufficient, because it is a kind of township. And an IIT is basically a township, and NIT is basically a township, and BITS Pilani, if you take IAST, in Institute of Space Technology, we need to remember here the former president, late Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. He is one of the founding members of this IAST, which many of us are not aware of it. But you look at it, the kind of opportunity he has given to the country before he left. Right. So IAST, Google it more about it, understand the purpose of IAST. And I'll only give a small outline of here IAST, because IAST is only developing students for the space researchers, space technologies. So those who are all having interest through IIT JEE only, the entry is given. Of course, remember IIT JEE here. For all these 4 institutions, I said, remember IIT JEE here. Right. Let's see. See, IITs offers BTech and various engineering courses. Then B architecture. Somebody who's really interested in the architecture field, yes, there is a option in IIT. Then other than that, you have a computer science and related areas. Let's see. Of course, the JEE mains and advanced is the major area for which this is the purpose of Guruji to be with DOPS is, yes, this is IIT JEE and NEET training. So we are there for training you for these exams, and the entry towards IITs and NITs and BITS Pilani, and I said like IAST and all through IIT JEE. So let us understand more about this in the class, because here it's only an outline. I'm giving only an outline about this, because only when you clear IIT JEE, you will be able to get into IITs or NITs. All right. So let's see. I just put, myself and Chandrasekhar discussed when we talk about IIT. I told Chandrasekhar, let's talk about the nightlife of IIT. What happens at nights? Many will be interested to know what happens at nights. So here, what happens at night at IITs are there, because no IIT sleeps at night, which only people like me and Chandrasekhar, who was from NITs and IIT, will understand. Because why we don't sleep at night? Because most of our discussion goes on throughout the night. Because we have to travel from our classroom to principal room in an auto rickshaw, okay? Or from our hostel to classroom, I need to get a taxi and go. In that case, what happened? It's almost 5 to 6 kilometers. So we never try to go to principal cabin or HOD's cabin very often to discuss many things. So those discussions have been brought into hostel, and we take all those nights into a day, and then we will discuss and bring out many people who works in like Amazon, or the owners of Flipkart, owners of Ola, owners of Swiggy, owners of what I would say like Infosys, all born out from the night works of IITs, right? Most of the brainstorming happens there, the class works. So let's see the people who comes to IITs for recruiting. Also I've listed here few, like, you know, my Microsoft, of course, Google, and Sundar Pichai. See, average income is also I've written like 6 crores, which is just a number. You can divide it into monthly and then to understand how much you will get, right? Let's understand. Next, look at NITs. There are 31 NITs which offers through IIT JEE. All these entries, remember, to NIT only one entry, which is IIT JEE. All right. So 31 NITs are there, which offers various courses. Like I would say the difference between IIT and NIT, just a single step different, because in the terms of small placement, for example, if Google go to IIT, Microsoft comes to NITs. Okay, it's a small difference. You can understand now what is the variation between these two companies. That's all. So that's the way it has been delivered. And in the terms of academic delivery, both the professors from both the institutions, those professors are into our country's development on day-to-day basis. I would say in IIT, what happens, a professor will come to your class with an experiment and experience of that he worked in 2 days back in America, 2 days back in London with a government project. Then he comes to the class and he deliver the importance of what he has done there, which you get an hands-on experience in IIT classes. You won't get in any other local colleges. Please understand this, right? So let's see the BITS Pilani. You would have heard about BITS Pilani. It's one of the famous institutions of our country. They take few students from IIT JEE, and of course they have, like IASR, they have their own examinations. All right. But here, understanding of physics, chemistry, mathematics, concept-wise, application-wise is very important. So what is BITS? They offer several courses. BITS is like how they are going to conduct their entrance examination, similar to IIT JEE, and they also take students from like their own examination. They have MSc integrated courses too. I said IAST, which is located in Trivandrum, and you can see this campus with more information in Google available, or if you want more information, you may mail to me. I'll be able to help you out how to get into IAST. Any student of DOPS is having interest towards IAST, be with us, we will guide you. Look at the IASTs. Look at NIFT. Yes, you may be asking that you spoke about engineering, you spoke about science related, and you spoke about researches. What I wanted to be a fashion designer? What if I wanted to be a person who wants to be, I'm interested in designing an architecture. You have an exam called UCEED, which is NIFT, because this is in tie-up with IIT Bombay. Still, you see that even if you're a fashion designer, IIT Bombay has got a stakeholder in that. You understand? So designing never happens without engineering. You need to be an engineer to be a good designer, of course. So without engineering, design never happens. So you need to be. So that is the reason that IIT Bombay is here for conducting this examination, taking students for National Institute of Fashion Technology. There is an entrance examination for this. Of course, don't think that your +2 mark will be sufficient for this. Never. Right. Let's see, talking about agriculture. Yes, this I was thinking last two days before that. This is one of the major area which you need to look at now, because many students, like when me as an IITian or Chandrasekhar or people of Guruji, developing people towards engineering or researcher, science, fashion technology, and why not we think about ICAR also. See, there are students like ICAR is a different entrance examination given to 12th standard students. Nowadays, students started preparing from 11th standard and 10th standard onwards for this examination. In India, there are approximately 64 government running agricultural institutions are there, like TNAU, Tamil Nadu Agriculture University, like similar kind of institutions where they take students only through this examination. And less universities conduct take students through their board examination also, but majority are going through ICAR. Plus we have our students, Guruji students are studying at Tamil Nadu Agriculture University, and that student was the topper of 2 years before. She was the topper of the state in ICAR. So my students also there in TNAU doing ICAR. Let's see. ICAR is offering BSc Agriculture and so many courses. Who are interested, of course, your physics, chemistry, maths, biology knowledge is going to support for ICAR. So there are scopes, like the scopes of ICAR. See, you may be knowing that various government officers are picked from ICAR. Okay, or the students who are completed BSc, BTech or B Agriculture Engineering, and what are the position is waiting for them. The opportunities are waiting for them. So let's see that laboratory-based and field-based research. Yes, of course, for ICAR student, I heard in TNAU, as I was discussing with my student, TNAU is giving approximately 25 to 30,000 rupees for a student who are doing research from MSc onwards. Like after completion of BSc Agriculture, a student who is studying there with a fellowship is getting approximately 35,000 rupees, and who or she is given an opportunity to either complete as a professor in agriculture university or working with various district fire board and of course coconut boards and so many agriculture oriented different boards. You know, they have been given a permission there to work as a laboratory assistant, junior scientist and director levels. The engineering branches, few of the engineering branches I have listed here, which is currently working in best of the areas where it can be looked into. Like, okay, mostly this is all offered in IITs and NITs. Yes, of course, last 2 years, if you look at, there are A&I, artificial intelligence, data science, and data analytics. These are all the few courses which is picking up in IITs and NITs, and this is going to be the automobile, robotics, and mechatronics. All these going to be the peak courses in the coming years, and this will definitely be the new lookout or new researches for the students. So there are opportunities in IITs and NITs like this. Now, heard about Tata Institute of Social Sciences? Students who are interested in a different study. Of course, they pick students through entrance examination. Again, I'm coming back to entrance examination. So there are nothing with Guruji other than entrance examination. We are into it. So this also is going to be taken students for and various opportunities in the foreign countries from Tata Institute of Social Sciences. So many of 2 years back, one of the principals' daughter have studied with me for this, and she works in London now and for these projects, and she's into one of the energy plants, and she's contributed from India. So look at this. Again, this is what I have to say. If you look at it, millions of students fail, either in, if you look at it, either in NEET or IITs every year, and only thousands of them move forward. But again, my thought is that the best success habit, according to me, is getting trained for handling failures, right? So this is what I want to say. I move on to Chandrasekhar now for the next session. I'm sure he'll take you through this commerce part. Thank you very much for listening to me.
Thank you, Sajid sir. That was very enlightening, and we got to know about the different options that exist for a science student. So like how Sajid sir said, IIT, IISc, IISER, NISER, these are all primary institutes where you can join and do your research work. So if you're not able to become an engineer, it's okay. That is not that shouldn't be an issue. You can do research. You can do BSc, MSc, MPhil, PhD. MPhil doesn't exist, will not exist. So PhD, and then finish your research studies and get patents and earn lots of money. All right. So so don't get disheartened if you are not able to do well in IIT JEE. You must be able to do well in IIT JEE if you are with Guruji. So the percentage of you clearing IIT JEE is very high if you are with Guruji. So we make the best use of our trainers and crack IIT JEE. I'm sure DOB school students are intelligent enough to crack IIT JEE. We have a lot of faith in you. So let's see how well you do in IIT JEE in the years to come. All right. Now let me come to commerce. So students who did not take science and who have taken commerce, what are your career options and what can you do in the future? Okay. So who should take commerce? If you're a hater of science, or if you're uncomfortable with science, you can take commerce. So in commerce, there'll be 4 compulsory subjects: accountancy, economics, business studies, and English. Business studies mainly deals with it will have a lot of analytical reasoning. So there'll be a lot of paragraph based questions and business studies. It is 100% theoretical. Whereas economics, accountancy are practical, and English is again the literature stuff and the poem stuff, all those theoretical aspects in English. So these are the four compulsory subjects, and there'll be one optional subjects. You can take maths or information practice. Information practice mainly deals with application programming, application development, and database development. So you'll be learning a lot of queries, how to write queries using structured query language, and so on. So, and there is also maths. You can take these two as one of your optional subjects. And there are other optional subjects. Here I would like to emphasize on fine arts. If you're a good dancer, or if you have good drawing skills, or if you have good painting skills, or you're a good singer, or you want to become a great writer, then you should take fine arts as one of your optional subjects. Next. All right, now coming to career options in commerce. What are some interesting and lucrative career options in commerce? The first is chartered accountancy. This is the most sought after career option in commerce. If you don't, one of my uncles is a chartered accountant, and he told me that Chandrasekhar, the main aspect to become a chartered accountant is hard work. You don't need big brains. He told me, literally, he told me, you don't need big brains to clear chartered accountancy, but you should be a very good hard worker. You should have 15 to 16 hours of regular studying habits. You should have, you should be able to do good reading of books and try to understand the business laws and other areas of accountancy to clear chartered accountancy. So it's a 5-year course where you'll be doing CPT, IPCC, and FC. After IPCC, you'll be working as an article under an auditor. Next is company secretary. Under company secretary, you'll have foundation program, executive program, and professional program. So it will add up to 27 months. So that is roughly about 2 years and 3 months. So that is company secretary. It's responsible for the administration of a company. Okay. So next career option is hotel management, Bachelor of Hotel Management, or you can do animation, multimedia. Journalist. So what does a journalist do? Journalist asks a lot of questions. You should be a bold personality. You should ask a lot of questions. If you're inquisitive about different aspects of what is happening around you, you should become a journalist. And if you love asking questions, you should become a journalist. So you can do BJMC, Bachelor of Journalism and Mass Communication. Next is cost and management accountant. There are 3 levels: CMA foundation level, CMA intermediate level, and CMA final level. It deals with it plans and monitors and controls the cost of products. I can give you an example. Suppose you have the cracker industry. In cracker industry, what is the most important cost? Raw materials cost, right? In production, I'm saying. In production, the raw materials cost is the most important cost. When I say raw materials, in cracker industry, it is chemicals. Okay, so what is the cost? How do I plan the cost of that chemical? From where should I procure? How should I transport? That is the logistics. And how should I finally make it and package it, and sell and do the delivery? So all this monitor and control, all this comes under cost and management accountant. Next is certified financial analyst. It will take 1.5 to 4 years to do this, and you can work in investment management or risk management or asset management. I'll talk to you about risk management. Suppose again, cracker industry, you're owning a cracker factory. Suppose there is a fire accident and the whole lot blasts off. So what will you do? How will you manage this risk? It is an unprecedented event. You didn't expect that this will happen. So what will you do? What will you do? And what action should I take if such an accident happens? How will I recover my loss? All this you'll be doing as a certified financial analyst. Next is BCom LLB. If you're a lawyer, if you're a good lawyer, if you have good debating skills, you can take up this. If you are keen into solving many problems, lawyers always have work. Even in lockdown, they have work. They have continuous work. They have to take notes. They have to look at the law points, and they have to write notes and keep on arguing as to what has to happen and what should not happen. Okay, so lawyers are very important part of the society. So if you're interested in law, you can do BCom LLB. That will take 5 years. All right, or you can do management. Okay, you can do management. You can do an MBA, and you can work under a firm as a manager. You begin with an assistant manager, and you can gradually progress to the general manager. Then you have fashion designing. You have event management. See, events are bound to happen. Okay, so you will have managers. You will have birthday parties. You will have inaugural functions. So all these events should be best managed, right? So you can do event management. You can do web designing. So search engine optimization. That is how quickly you can search results and display to the end user. Next. Next, you can become a lecturer or a professor. You should have a PhD or a PDF, postdoctoral fellowship. That is after your PhD, you should have these degrees and you can become a lecturer or a professor. So to begin with lecturer and gradually can become a professor. All right. So now these are some important terms that you will come across when you do your study in commerce. So stocks, shares, bonds, and short-term debt. All right. So good luck for your study in commerce and for gaining knowledge. Now, teachers sow the seeds of knowledge in students. These seeds grow to be the strongest, sharpest, cleverest, shrewdest of professionals taking the country to famous glories. Now, I request the Guruji faculty, Mrs. Lakshmi ma'am, to throw open the first class of Guruji at Dobbs School. Lakshmi ma'am.
Yes, sir. Thank you for listening to all of us. That is the first thing I wanted to say. And as now, good afternoon, all of you. And now we have listened to Sajid sir, Rakesh sir, Chandrasekhar sir. We have all gathered so much informations. Okay, now let us get to know about how to set your goal, how to practice these lessons, how to learn lessons. So that is all about our classes. Okay, so tomorrow I'll be handling the first class for you students. Okay, so before that, I just want to brief out some few things which we have to take care of when you are stepping into our class. So let me introduce myself first. My name is Sri Lakshmi, better known as Lakshmi in and around Guruji. Okay, I'll be handling chemistry for all of you. Topics from chemistry requires the practicals which are not possible these days. So we will be illustrating our class with PPTs, presentations, PowerPoint presentations, and things like that. We have a device to replace boards, whiteboard. Okay, we have all those facilities. Through these things, we will take our class. So tomorrow's class, we will be handling chemistry as our first subject, and our class timings is from 2 p.m. onwards till 3:30 p.m. So students, I want all of you to join within 1:55 p.m. to 2 p.m. Okay, I don't want we don't want anybody to miss anything in the class. So better be early to the class. Okay, and we should keep 3 notebooks. The first notebook is for class notes. The second notebook is for assignments. We will be constantly regularly giving you assignments, worksheets, all those things for you to work out the questions, problems, theory-based questions, everything. Okay, so we should have one more notebook for that. Another notebook is for practice. See, only regular practice will give us the results. So we should have a practice notebook also. All the notebooks should be of good quality, long size, unrolled notebooks. So it is applicable for all the subjects. So per subject, we need 3 notebooks. So another thing I wanted to tell you is practicing on the regular basis. What is the importance? It is something that helps you to manage the time when it comes to entrance examinations. So regular basis practice can be done only by regularly solving the problems, revising the topics. So keeping the class notes, keeping the assignment notebooks, and practicing on regular basis will definitely give you success. And I wish you all the success. All your dreams may come true. That is something I wanted to tell you. And the ID for logging in, tomorrow's class will be conducted on the same ID you have now logged in. And I want all the students to log in with the names. Your names should be written there. And please be there on class on time. Okay, so that's all from my part. Wish you all the success in learning. Thank you.
Thank you, Lakshmi ma'am. Thank you for the hints. A famous academician has said, start with good people, lay out the rules, communicate with the teachers, study smart. If you do all these, you'll be successful. I'm happy to tell you that you have started with good people, and that good people is Guruji. Guruji and DOP School have laid the rules. Soon you'll be starting your full-length classes and will get a chance to interact with the teachers. Ask doubts without any hesitation. Be bold. Study smart. Study hard. I'm sure you'll be successful. All your dreams will be materialized through Guruji. As a vote of thanks, I thank today's chief guest, Mr. Rakesh Menon, for his presence and valuable speech. I thank Dr. T.M. Alagiri Swami Raju for his recorded speech. I thank Sajid sir for his guidance and words. I thank the principal of DOP School for helping us do this event. I thank Lakshmi ma'am for her hints. I thank all the parents, teachers. Finally, my big thanks to the students, the future leaders of this world. Thank you one and all for making this session a grand success. Good luck to the students with the classes. Until we meet you again, goodbye. Thank you so much.
Thank you all.
Good luck all. It was nice to attend the whole event. A lot of good insights for me also.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you, Sajid. Signing off.
Thank you all.
Yeah. Take care all. Bye.